Okay, here's our printing tutorial for the day. And the first thing we're going to do in this process is to calibrate our display. So we're going to go over here to System Preferences, click on Displays, and then click on Color. And if you click on these different profiles, you'll notice that they have an effect on how your screen looks. We're going to keep this really simple and just go to the iMac display profile and calibrate that. We get the Display Calibrator Assistant, and if you go to Expert mode, you can access more parameters, but once again, in the interest of keeping this simple, we're just going to go through this process in a standard way. Gamma 1.8 and 2.2 are different contrast and tone settings. QuickTime won't actually show you through this tutorial what these do, but try clicking on them anyway and you'll see that they change your display. We want to keep it once again on the 2.2 standard. Same thing with these white balance settings here. You can see the description: warm yellowish, cool bluish, neutral white. This D65 is actually very similar to your native setting here. We're going to keep this on native. Continue, and you can name your calibration profile here, and now you're done calibrating your image. And then from here, we're ready to go ahead and open our image that we want to print. And if you open your DNG file in Camera Raw, you've already got all these settings done from the last time you worked on this picture. Let's go ahead and go straight to Open Image in Photoshop and press Command-J, make a copy of our background layer. Let's do a quick levels adjustment. Use the eyedroppers to give us the correct contrast setting here. Little neutral gray. Oh, don't like that. How about this? It's a little better. Okay. Then you can do a quick curves adjustment. And this is just creating a simple S. And I'm doing this kind of quickly. You guys could take a little more time with this and get it to look maybe a little better. Gentle S curve just to give you a little bit more pop to the contrast and tone. And then we're ready to print our image. Now, the first thing we want to think about is what we're printing on. We're printing on 8x11 paper if we print here in the classroom. And so I'm going to want to set my crop tool to 11 by 8.5. And then I can drag out a crop here, and I see that my crop is a rectangle that is not going to cover the entire image. And this is fine. I'm going to go ahead and drag it over a little bit, press return, and now I'm ready to print on 8.5 by 11 inch paper. Now as we go to our print dialog, you're going to see these print settings here. If you see this, it's because we don't have the paper oriented to the landscape setting. That's what we want. And if we go to scale to fit media, then we automatically crop we resize our image to cover this bleed area at the edge of the print. And this is because the printer is not going to print all the way to the edge of the paper. It's going to print almost to the edge of the paper. We're going to leave these other settings the same. We can go to print, and then it will print our image. This is a preview that you're going to see, and this kind of shows you once again this little bleed area here, and then you're ready to print. And we'll see how that turns out once we get this printer going. And that's our tutorial for printing.